Hello, welcome back to fixing up this cabinet. Today is day 5. Yes. I am back inside because I believe I have finished painting. Alright, so yes, I have finished painting and now I'm just wiping everything down because while I was outside there was like wind and it was blowing dirt on everything. So I just was wiping it all down, making sure it's good, and then a quarter was lifted up, so I just quickly glued that down. And then I started putting everything together, well, kind of laying it out to make sure the idea of what I wanted was actually coming together, and it was, so I went ahead and started pulling off the tape. So yes, as you can see, as I was pulling off the tape, it was also pulling off the scoreboard too that I had nicely covered up. Since these aren't really staying, I think, even though I did all that work of covering it up before painting, I think I'm gonna just peel them off. Since the scoreboards were just falling off on like all the edges, I did, go ahead and decide to just rip it all off and sand it down, so then it would be fresh and ready for new ones. So I measured some paper to try and fit. This is the biggest paper I could find, so this is what I had. And then I traced where I wanted those papers to go. So then after I traced it, I could then paint black around those trace lines so we could make it match the rest of the dartboard cabinet. Since I couldn't have a paper big enough to fill the whole space, this is just what I decided to do. At first, when I was painting the black lines around the sketch lines, I was trying to make sure the lines were exactly where my sketch lines were. But at the end, I just realized it didn't really matter too much, especially on the second one I was painting. I was like, whatever. I mean, I still kind of stayed in lines, but I didn't care as much. I'm a little bit of a perfectionist. I didn't show it on camera, but I did have to do a second coat, especially on this side of the dartboard, because there was still a little bit of the scoreboard on it, so I definitely did have to do a second coat, but I didn't show that because I thought that would be too much painting. The painting part, of course, is always very easy, and then once I had finished painting all that and was letting it dry, I then switched to designing new scoreboards. I'm not much of a person to score when I actually am playing dartboard. I just enjoy throwing the darts. So when I was focusing on drawing the scoreboard, I was mainly just focusing on the outer edge design, just to add a little something, because I didn't want it to be just plain white paper. Alright, and that's all I had time for today. Thanks for watching. Come back next time to see what I do next. Bye!